Welcome back to Pixel Perfect Marathon number 3. I am your host for the next couple of games. My name is Heidi Hi Hi 300, and I happen to be our next runner's wife. And he's making me host for this game because, my favourite game coming up. We've got Nick RP Green right now playing Choo-Choo Charles. So, Nick, take it away.
Choo-choo! Yes, hello everyone. I am Nick RP Green, back for another Pixel Perfect. I wasn't planning on running for this one, but we needed a backup, and good old Choo-Choo Charles is what fit best. Cool. So this is Choo-Choo Charles. This is Choo-Choo Charles. He is an adorable little spider train. Heidi, would you agree? Would you agree? It's adorable.
Yeah. Adorable is not the word I would use.
No. There's a little bit of contention with this run, because Heidi's hosting it. First of all, can we please give a huge round of applause for Heidi? She's here hosting. She is 37 weeks pregnant. She is gonna give birth anytime within the next 3 weeks, hopefully.
It could even be during this run. Who knows?
It's not going to be during this, and it better not be during this run. Otherwise, we've got some problems. We've got some serious problems. But yeah, absolutely, you are. I'm so proud of you for everything that you've done and put up with this pregnancy. Yeah, we are so excited. This is my last marathon run for a while, before I go on paternity leave, for us to have our child. So yeah, it's kind of nice. I think it's kind of nice that it's Choo-Choo Charles, a run that we can enjoy together. Yeah.
Yes, enjoy.
What's that
enjoy
word?
is definitely the
what's
word.
that word you use to describe what you have? Oh, arachnophobia. So yes, Heidi is deadly terrified of spiders, so absolutely hates this game. So let's get started, shall we? All right. So this is Choo-Choo Charles glitchless any percent. The reason for running glitchless is that I first started learning this run when the game was first released, and just after I stopped running it, a brand new glitch got found called Ghost Train. Normally when you're on the train, if you get off the train stops. A glitch was found which allows the train to keep going whilst you're off of it, and it completely changed the way the run works. They also created the glitchless category at that time, and my old any percent is now closer to this new glitchless any percent category. So that's why I'm running this one. One day I might actually look at doing the proper any percent now. But the glitchless one is still cool. It's still an interesting little run. There's a bit of RNG involved. There's going to be a lot of marathon safety. I'm padding things out because we are massively ahead of time, but we will get started. The timer starts when the opening loading screen ends. So I will count it down if you are ready on the timer, Heidi.
Yep, you just tell me when to press start.
All right. So we will skip the introductory cutscene, and time will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, sir. They call him Charles. Half train, half giga spider.
It seems all right in a boat at the moment.
Yeah, this is just a nice little boat ride. Nothing. Ignore the floating dead body in the water over there. Nothing to worry about. This is Aranerum. This guy here, Eugene, he has summoned us to Aranerum because apparently, we're great at killing giant monster spider trains or something. I don't know, but basically, the premise of this game is super simple. There is a giant spider train on this island called Charles, and he keeps killing people, and we've been hired to stop him. There's a few things that we have been told, there's a few things that we haven't been told. But first things first, we need to get our own train. So we're going to run over to this little cabin here, Gonna pick up this key, and that's gonna let me get into. In fact, you can just see the little train. You can just see the little train in there. So we're gonna. Here it is. Here's our little train. Gonna quickly just jump on the cannons, get Eugene spawn here, and we can be on our way. Now, Heidi, don't worry. We're gonna go find Charles. We don't have to worry about Charles turning up. Okay. So wait,
Why do I not believe you? For Christ's sake, I knew that was gonna happen. You absolutely.
Okay.
Not.
So I'm not gonna look at Charles. Instead, I'm gonna look at this green lever. The moment this is scripted, this completely scripted bit. Hopefully, that is the only time before the final fight that we'll actually see Charles. If we're lucky. So Charles will now roam the map randomly. There is a random chance at any point that Charles could just show up and completely spoil our day. Hopefully it won't happen. There's one particular moment where it happens more often than not. But we'll see what happens. We go with the flow. It's a bit of RNG in the run. Heidi, if I want you to keep your eyes peeled, and if you see a giant murderous red spider train in the distance, then you need to let me know, because I'll be focusing on the run. I'll be focusing on pulling levers and grabbing scrap and other things like that. You're gonna.
I hate trains as well.
You're gonna have to. Wow, hate. Come on. Okay, like. I can understand hating spiders, but hating trains? Come on.
Thomas the Tank Engine was freakish as a child.
Wow. 13 years of marriage, and I'm only just learning that you hate trains? Sorry, 13 years of marriage. Sorry, 13 years of being together. We've only been married a year and a half.
So glad you remember.
I know, I remember the important things. Anyway, we're going to leave the train behind. This is going to be the sort of main crux of the run. We leave the train in a certain spot. We run off across the map, do a little thing, make a little love. And then once we're finished with what we're doing, we will deliberately take a death, and that will spawn us back at the train. It is far quicker to leave the train and go for a run than it is to take the train over and then try and get the train back. So this is going to form sort of the majority of the run. Leave the train, go to a place, do some stuff, die, go to the next place. Rinse, repeat. You may notice at times that like there's some little loading judders and frame rate drops. That is the game. It's not the stream. It's not my computer. It is the game. For some reason, this game does not run very well. It wasn't very well optimized. And as such, I am playing, and every runner plays on the lowest difficulty settings. The lowest graphic settings. So if you think this game looks really bad, and you're like, I'm sure I remember watching trailers of this and it looked way better. It does. If you actually have the best settings on, it looks really nice. But we run at the lowest settings because it's better for speedrunning. So we're doing an optional mission first. This mission's not actually required to complete the game, but it's going to give us a bunch of scrap. Scrap is... so this guy's now going to give me a bunch of scrap. Scrap is the main resource in this game. This is what a big scrap looks like. Most scrap that's on the floor like this, or in fact all scrap that's just lying around on the floor, is predetermined. It will be there in every single run. There are some giant yellow crates of scrap that can randomly spawn. Hopefully we'll get at least one in the run, but if we don't, it doesn't matter. I'm also going to go out of my way to get like additional scrap. Scrap is used for two things. Firstly, it is used for upgrading the train. So we are going to try and upgrade our train to a certain number before we go on to the final fight. And it's also used to repair the train. The main crux of the final fight against Charles. Oh wow! There's going to be a fight against the giant killer spider train. Who guessed? Spoilers. Is we're gonna not have the train fully upgraded because that would take time and that would require a lot of scrap. Instead, we're going to upgrade it enough and make sure I've got enough scrap so that in between attacking him, I can repair the train. So as I say, I'm going to sort of go out my way a little bit more for marathon safety to grab more scrap than I normally would. So there should be... There it is. Piece of scrap there. Piece of scrap here. Piece of scrap here. And now we're going to go into the mine. So the woman that we spoke to a minute ago, she gave us a key to this mine. There are 3 mines in total, and each mine has a spider egg in it. And our mission is to collect all 3 spider eggs, take them to a temple in the middle of the island, and put them in this like placeholder for them, and that is gonna cause Charles to ow! That's one of Charles's fanatics. There we go. That's the first egg. There should be one more bit of scrap there. Now we can leave. That's going to cause Charles to weaken, and it's also Charles. When you randomly encounter Charles out in the world, he always runs away before he dies. There's nothing you can do about it, and that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the game. Because we've got his eggs, he's going to be more protective of them, so he won't run away. He'll never give up, and we'll actually be able to kill him. So now that I've got this egg, I've left the mine. I'm going to run back into the mine, and now I'm going to let this guy kill me. Bong! I lost 1 scrap. That's pretty good. Every time you die, there's a random chance to lose 1, 2, or 3 scrap. So obviously, we only want to lose 1 scrap if possible. But sometimes you'll lose 2, sometimes you'll lose 3. Again, this is why I'm going out of my way to get additional scrap, just to be on the safe side. So, now that I've taken a death and walked back to the train, it's not just my position that's reset. Charles's position has now reset. Oh, here's one of them yellow boxes I was talking about. So I'm going to quickly hop off the train. These can contain up to 5 scrap. That one had 4, so that's good. And, oh dear. I think I see a red train in the distance.
Where?
Heidi, keep an eye out for me. Oh, he just went over the hill. I just saw him in the distance go over the hill. Heidi, I hope you're keeping an eye out. You're gonna have to tell me. All right. I didn't manage to do it. So this is the only signal point in the game that I've got to change. There is a trick to like getting the train to give you a big bump forwards. I've only ever really gotten it right in a run once, and that was not how to do it. So it just means that I just get off the train and run towards the signal. Whilst we're heading over here, I'm going to set my next waypoint, which is going to be to here. That's going to be the second place I'm going to go to. Heidi, what's that?
Is that? No, that's just a signal.
Oh, that's just a signal. Oh, okay. If you say so. If you say so, I'll take your word for it.
I don't see no spider train.
Doot doot. All right, we're going to get out here and go for a run. There's a specific route along here where I should be able to grab some scrap, so I'll know if I've got off the right point. Yep, there's a piece of scrap. So grab that scrap. Head over to this big rock, because there is some scrap on the other side of the rock. So grab that rock. Grab that rock. Grab that scrap. And we'll grab this scrap. And then we'll go over to this little altar thing here, and there's going to be a couple more bits of scrap. There's a bit of scrap. And there's another bit of scrap. We've got plenty of scrap. And now we're going to get out into this really big, like, crater area. It's like a massive crater here. They've been doing some weapon testing here. And we are here to grab a weapon. The train, by default, only has one weapon, a machine gun, and that is not a very good weapon. We need the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher does the most damage, but it also has this really slow reload speed. So whilst it's reloading, we can use that time to repair the train. So I'm going to blow the door to this bunker. I'm going to pull away that little bit of wood so that the little box of TNT blasts into the door. Blows that up. Stand well back, because I have died to that explosion before. Grab these rockets, and now we can return these rockets to the very ambitiously named John Smith, to give us the rocket launcher. Yeah, the developer really Really had to have a think about some of these names when he was coming up with them. John Smith. It's all right, Heidi. It was just lightning. You're not scared of lightning. At least I don't think you're scared of lightning. You scared of lightning?
No, I'm not scared of lightning.
This would be new for me. There's another yellow box here. Again, normally I wouldn't. Oh wow! Oh, Scrap City. All right, we are absolutely cooking for scrap now. Grab some more. So we've now grabbed the Boomer. Not to be. It's not a giant fat zombie that explodes and covers you in a thick goo. It is a big old rocket launcher. So we've now grabbed the key to the second mine. And there should be some scrap here. And now I am deliberately trying to take a death so that hopefully that's enough damage. Oh, wow. Look at you can't even see my health bar. That was terrible. That should be, there we go. Derailed. 3 scrap. That's the bad RNG. That's the worst RNG, unfortunately. But that's why I've gone out of my way to grab extra scrap. All right, so we head off again. Going to increase that. That should be. I'll put 1 point in armor, and that should be fine. I'll hold on for now. All right. So we're going to our next drop-off point. I'm going to put a little marker here because I'm going to need to go to that NPC. And Choo-Choo! Heidi. What was that on the hill? Heidi, what was that on the hill?
There's nothing on the hill. You're just doing it to freak me out.
There was something on the hill. There was something on the hill. I don't know what it was, but there was something on the hill. Oh!
That little boy can stay in that room. It is never coming back.
I should point out that this next trip... Oh, that was a really nice jump off the train. That was beautiful. This is the longest bit of the game. This run over to the other side. And because of respawns and because I definitely did see him, this is the worst opportunity where Charles might randomly show up. If he shows up, there's nothing to do but either try and make sure he doesn't spot me, but if he does, you can't run away, you can't escape from him, you can't do anything. We don't want to go back to the train and try and fight him. The only thing to do is to die, let him kill us, and respawn back at the train and do the run again. So yeah, this is if you're aiming for PB or you're heaven forbid trying to go for world record, this is the scariest part of the run. Oh, there's another yellow box there. I'm gonna play this super safe since I've. Oh, did you see? Oh, Heidi, did you see that?
I don't see anything. I don't know what you're seeing.
Are you sure? What's that?
Yeah. Where?
What's that? Heidi, what's that? Over there? On the other side of there? Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's going over to the right. We might get lucky here.
I might have seen that.
It becomes a bit more obvious with the music. There's definite music cues and stuff when Charles is in the vicinity.
I think I'm glad I can't hear it.
Just gonna keep on running. And keep on running. No, I think he's moving over to the right hand side. We might be in luck. He's gonna stay away unless he's turned around. So remind me, you've got arachnophobia and you apparently hate trains as well. What made you say yes to agreeing to host for this run?
Because I'm your wife and I'm here to support you.
Oh, that's really sweet, actually. That's the nicest thing you've said to me in I don't know how long.
Hey, I'm always nice.
Okay, so we've now got the key to the third mine. We still haven't been to the second mine yet, but we've got the key for the second and the third mine. We've got quite a bit to do whilst we're here. I'm keeping an eye out because I am very much aware that Charles is somewhere around. We have one other mandatory mission to do whilst we're here. The way we're going to defeat Charles is we're going to lure him. We're going to deal enough damage to him and then lure him over to a bridge. It's actually where those lights are over there. It's that bridge over there. So we're going to take him to that bridge. We're going to blow up the bridge and hopefully blow him up as well. So in order to do that, we need to plant some explosives on that bridge. So we've come here to have a chat with Paul. This is Paul. Paul's going to give us the explosives that we need. I'm going to drop down here, grab some more scrap, and we're going to head over to the bridge and plant some explosives. Grab some more scrap. So there's 8 bits of explosives to grab. Or plant, rather. Oh, don't fall off the bridge. That's a death. Done that before. Oh! I'm kidding. I'm not really. That was actually terrifying. Cool. So we've planted all of the C4 on the bridge, or all of the Semtex or plastic explosives, whatever you want to call it. I don't actually know what they call it. And now we're just going to go back to Paul, and Paul is going to give us the key to the final temple that we are going to head towards. Sometimes it's difficult getting out of there. All right. So we've planted the explosives. We've got all the keys. The only thing left to do now is to actually go to the mines and get the eggs. Oh, it's just normal music. Oh, it's like the music suddenly pulled up a little bit there. It's like, oh, what does that mean? Luckily, the second mine is right here. So I'm going to drop down here and drop into the mine. We'll go for a bit of wander. Now, if you're playing this casually, the game expects you to do the mine stealthily, to try and avoid the fanatics. You've got lean mechanics, so you can like lean left and right to sort of peek around corners. But see, speedrunners, we just ignore that and just run past you. You shouldn't be here. So here's the second egg. There should be some scrap there, and we'll run through and out the other side. There is another fanatic behind me, but he didn't seem to clock on. Right, so that's the second egg. I'm not being chased, so there should be one fanatic outside. I can run over and get him to kill me instead. He's usually where is he? I heard him. There he is. All right, let's talk. Oh, I'm getting bounced around all over the place. There we go. 1 scrap. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. So we now have 2 eggs. We've done 2 mines. We've got 1 more mine to go. Luckily, the third and final mine is right next to where we park the train, which is why we park the train there. So I'm going to wander over to the third and final mine. There's another crate there, but I should be all right now. I've played this so safe when it comes to scrap. There should be another one there. There we go. Another one there. You're in luck, Heidi. It looks like this is going to go by without another Charles encounter.
Excellent.
That's all right. We've got the final boss yet. I wonder who the final boss is. So grab some more scrap. And run through, and let's go get some more scrap, and another bit of scrap, and another bit of scrap. There's another dude. I don't even think he's going to notice. Nope. And there's another bit of scrap there. And we can down here. I'm going to deliberately jump up and down and take some fall damage, because the very next thing I'm going to do after I grab this egg is take a death. It's worth noting, once I've grabbed the egg, I do have to leave the mine. You might think, oh, why don't you just grab the egg and then immediately die? And that's because the game doesn't register the mission as complete until I've left the mine. Once I've left the mine, the mission's complete. If you were to die without leaving the mine, then you'd turn back up at your train, but you wouldn't have the egg and you'd have to go back for it again. So there we go, that bling bling bling, it certifies that I've successfully grabbed the egg. And cool. 3 ooh, that was a nasty one. That's pretty nasty one, that one. All right. That's it. We've got all the eggs. We've got all the keys. We can go do the final fight. So I've got wow. I've got so much like spare scrap. It's insane. Normally you'd go into this final fight with speed 6, damage 4, and armor 1, and about 30 scrap remaining. So yeah, I've really gone out of my way to get spare. So this should be a pretty good fight. Whee! I'm not done yet though. There's still if I've taken the right route here, which I haven't, I can bypass it. Yeah, grab one more scrap. Oh, I really don't want to get hit by these guys. So here is the final entrance, and you know what? I'm gonna let this cutscene play out because we're ahead, and it's kind of important to show what happens. So we've got the eggs. Place the first egg into the altar. Place the second egg into the altar. And place the third egg into the...
Step away from the shrine, stranger.
Oh no.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I do.
Just put the egg down slowly and lay flat on
Warren Charles III here is one of the villains, and he's the one who's been like controlling Charles and making him do stuff. And we're like, no.
No! No!
Ah, your reign of terror is over. Wait, what are you talking about? Doomed us all. Oh no, it's Charles! See, we were kind of lied to. Those putting the eggs in the altar did not weaken him, and has not saved us. They have in fact empowered him. And Charles has now become Hell Charles. He eats Warren Charles III. Now we're going to head to the train, and we go into the final fight.
I hated that.
So we now have to race away for our very lives as Charles attacks. In between shots, go back, use the scrap to repair. So get ready. It'll take a couple of minutes, but get ready on time, Heidi. As soon as Charles's health bar disappears, that will be time. Although I will try and call it as well.
I'll need you to call it because I've got them on 2 different tabs.
So just keep trying to shoot Charles in the face. One thing I've got to be careful of is I don't want. We can take damage ourselves from this rocket launcher. So I've got to be really careful. If Charles gets really close, there's a good chance that I can like die from my own rocket launcher. Where is he now? He's teleported. I can't see him. There he is. Oh, here he comes!
Who came up with this game?
We're about halfway through. I'm gonna repair. I am a bit low on health, so I've got to be careful with hitting him now. Almost done. Final phase. Oh, I missed a shot. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I missed another shot. Oh, this is dangerous now.
You do that on purpose.
I swear I'm not. Couple more shots. Oh, he teleported just as I was about to hit him. He's gotten stuck. All right, and one more shot, I think. Come on. Time. So we've lured Charles to the bridge. We blow the bridge. Charles is forced into the air in a fiery explosion until his final resting place.
And he can stay there. Ugh.
And that, dear viewers, is the game we call Choo-Choo Charles. Did you enjoy that, Heidi? Did you enjoy the tale of the little red spider train that could? Or couldn't in this case.
I'm glad it was quite short. If this had been like any longer, no, I wouldn't be here.
Aww. Yeah, 25 minutes. It's not too bad. It's not. In fact, actually, I think that is 3 seconds behind my PB. So it wasn't that bad a run in the end. That's Choo-Choo Charles. If you are interested in learning this game, as I say, there's loads more to learn because there's like 100%. There's all missions, and then there's the actual glitched category as well. Then go find the game on speedrun.com. There you'll find a link to the Indie Horror Speedruns Discord. It's not it's a Discord server that I'm in. I'm not very active in it because I only run Choo-Choo Charles, but they run all sorts of indie horror games. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely go check them out. They're a really cool community. They do events and races and streams and stuff. So I'd highly recommend it. I hope you've enjoyed watching Choo-Choo Charles. Oh, this bit, Heidi, you'll love this bit. Look, there was another egg. I want to say another egg. There's like another 100 million eggs. More Charles for everybody.
Great.
If you enjoyed this, I am still streaming twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday at twitch.tv/NickRPGreen. But towards the back end of October, as I've already said, I will be taking a break because Heidi and I are going to have our first child. We're having a boy. Hopefully, as far as we're aware, everything's good.
Not calling him Charles.
We won't be calling him Charles. No. We do have a name. It's not Guybrush either. Before I can already predict that Lighty's in the chat right now saying that that his name's Guybrush. It's not. Heidi's favorite game is Monkey Island, so we keep joking that it's Guybrush. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please stick around for Pixel Perfect. This isn't the last time you'll hear my voice. I'll be back on hosting, and obviously I'm behind the scenes doing tech stuff and social stuff and all that good stuff. But yeah, please, give us a follow. Find us on Twitter and stuff. We're really trying to grow the channel, grow the event, and it is a pleasure as always to stream some of these wonderful, wonderful games. With that, back to you, host.
Thanks, Nick. So I'm very glad that run is over. And I'll never have to watch it again. But if you do want to play it, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who would very much enjoy it. But we're going to go to a break now. But we are going to be back with a special bonus run. We have got our first Taz run, Trauma Center Under the Knife 2, which is going to be presented by Leo Kydron. So we'll see you back here in a few moments' time.